Max BENNETT meteorologist Greg Bennett here, still tracking the tropics. Fred and Grace out there. I love this satellite imagery because it really tells you which system is organized and which one isn't. All right, guys, let's get into the tropics. Talking about first tropical depression Henri out there, and it is not really moving a whole lot. It is still a tropical depression, 30-mile-per-hour sustained winds, lot of wet weather to go. Only the messenger, guys. Okay? Listen, that's it. That's all I am. But yeah, it is going to be a soupy day for sure. We are looking at an opportunity for some showers and storms out there, and that does mean we've got to be storm ready and alert, specifically for the afternoon, and then moving on in towards the early evening time frame. Let's go back towards the storm relative velocity. This is basically going to show you where we could see that rotation in the atmosphere. The green coloration is showing you the winds that are moving towards the actual radar system. The red is going to be the winds moving away. So if we can get that mixing, almost starting to look like a yin-yang symbol, that's where we would see potential tornado development, or at least rotation within the atmosphere. We'll finally get into some deep tropical moisture moving forward in time to about Monday and Tuesday, just in time for all the kids getting back to school. Umbrellas well warranted.
Did I read that right? 87% humidity?
Yeah. It's gross.
So gross.
All right, thanks so much. Just about to be 6:19 in the evening. Good evening to everyone. Max BENNETT meteorologist Greg Bennett here, still tracking the tropics and obviously Ida. We've got the hurricane warnings up, tropical storm warning stretching just off the coast of Panama City, and then moving over towards just off the coast of Apalachicola Bay, stretching right on over through to extreme western Louisiana. It's all thanks to Hurricane Ida. The 5 p.m. advisory in, tracking very quickly, and I must say there is not much in front of this system to slow it down. This is actually some good news for us because it's going to stop it from actually taking time to even get larger, but it is moving very quickly, and we've kind of upped the time frame of impact for Louisiana. 105-mile-per-hour sustained winds as we speak. This makes it a Category 2 hurricane as it stands, and looking to become still a Category 4 hurricane by now Sunday afternoon, 2 p.m., closer to around the Morgan City area, and looking to impact the city of New Orleans as we move through the next 8 hours or so in between that Sunday and into Monday early morning. So definitely something that we're going to be tracking closely here. I want to show you this because the anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, we're literally smack dab on it here. This is the original track of Katrina, and this is looking to be the track for Ida as it becomes a Category 4 hurricane just before landfall. Major storm surge situation here. Obviously, we're talking about powerful winds. This is going to be very impactful to the Gulf coastal areas of Louisiana, Mississippi, and even portions of Alabama. Into the tropics we go. We've got a couple of developing kind of systems out there. So far, not looking to impact the U.S. quite yet. Same thing with Tropical Depression 10, which is spinning up within the southern central areas of the Atlantic, but nonetheless, we are going to continue to monitor it. Back at home, Newport Richey, 85 degrees. East-southeast winds at about 5 miles per hour. A little bit more comfortable on the moisture content, but you see all these different lines of rain bands here. It's literally the bands that are kind of stretching around Ida as we speak, and we're going to have that. Ida being the driving factor in our weather forecast literally for the next 24 to 48 hours for sure. Today, high of 89 degrees. The dew point around that peak heat was 75. Brings us a feel-like temperature around 99 degrees, but I do believe that we're going to be getting into more of a feel-like temperature in the lower triple digits for tomorrow afternoon. I want you to be alert to that. Right now, we're looking at a feel-like about 98 degrees, so it's still hot and humid out there. Scattered storm activity is going to continue to amp up by tomorrow mid to late afternoon, and then moving on in towards the early evening. This is just the wraparound of Ida as it moves onto shore. Definitely looking at an opportunity for some intense and or severe weather, so I want you to be alert to it. The marine forecast, small craft advisories will be in place. We also have a high rip risk out there, so the beach forecast, I'm going to give you a 6 out of 10 for sure because of that, and of course the coastal storm threat. Tonight, 77 degrees looking to be our bottom line low temperature with some breezy conditions. Less wind tomorrow, but we still have that storm threat out there with a high of 92. And then the 8-day forecast is up. A slightly drier trend by the beginning of the next work week, only to amp it up once more as we get more tropical moisture from the Caribbean by Friday. Guys, to you. Wild wet weather out there. Max Defender 8 meteorologist Greg Bennett here. We're still tracking Henri, now a tropical depression, but slamming New England with widespread showers and heavy thunderstorm activity, averaging rain rates per hour about a half an inch. But some of these hours through the day, up to 2 inches of rainfall. Average gusts getting in around 40 to 50 miles per hour, starting from about 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and continued up to this point. Now we're just dealing with sustained winds of 35 miles per hour, looking to exit Henri back into the northern side of the Atlantic by the time we make it into the early morning time frame of Tuesday. Now, when it comes down to the rain in the next, well, really 6 hours or so, we're still looking at the potential for another 2 to 3 inches out there within the northern interior of New England. So definitely something that they have to watch out. Now, let's get back to the southeast. Let's get back into our local area because it's gorgeous out there. Oh my goodness, what a sunset here across the Tampa Bay area. Right now though, yeah, we're still talking about the 90s. It is still hot, still toasty, and it's quite steamy out there. 102 degrees, dew point up around 75 degrees for us. That's what we're going to call our high temperature of the day. So with all that being said, it's actually closer to around 105 that we actually received as our feel-like temperature during the mid-late afternoon, when our dew point was closer to 77 degrees. Highs across the region range from the low 70s to the, the low 90s to the mid 90s out there. Max Defender 8 is got a little bit of activity out there, off around the northern side of Hillsborough, just north of I-4, but overall, we're going to diminish that shot for shower activity moving forward overnight, only to bring it back as we move into our Monday. Yeah, we've got high pressure finally starting to rotate in, some moisture out of the south, and then we have a developing frontal boundary system coming in from the border of Florida and Georgia. This is allowing us to really pump up the chances for some pretty powerful storm activity, isolated, but nonetheless something we have to watch out for, especially along Interstate 75 and around I-4 as well. This is going to continue, though, as we move into even Tuesday during the mid and late afternoon and right up into the early evening. Now, you think that would cool us off, but not by much. Just a few degrees out there. We'll get to it. Tomorrow, we've got ourselves the marine forecast up. It's going to be nice on the waterways. Just watch out for those scattered showers and thunderstorms. The same thing can be said for the beach forecast. I'm going to give you a 7 because of that chance for storm activity. Tonight, 79, mainly cloudy, mild on the winds for sure. And then tomorrow, we're getting up to, again, 90s out there. Low 90s will be common for us. That chance for some scattered shower and storm activity maybe around the time the kids are getting done with school, and at the same time getting done with work in the early evening. You can see that small drop in temperatures to the upper 80s. It's still going to feel like the upper 90s and lower triple digits.